Welcome traders to this daily update, 27th of January 2021. I just want to give you an update. So I have done some Googling and some Googling is that on dollar pairs, we normally see that uh, this pair strengthens, comes into February, and then falls. So it might actually be a totally new rule for me to always look for buy opportunities in this January, week, last week of January, when we are coming into FOMC. Of course, not always. Last year it was just falling. That was most because of Corona. So if there's nothing else really running the market, that seems to be, generally speaking, a theory that we can probably use. So for tomorrow, what are we thinking? I'm thinking, okay, great. You want price to come back down to this price here and then up. Might be too much to ask for, but I also think that we might top out. So I don't know how many more pips do you want, really. There might be a back up to here, 65 pips up, very little for your risk that you're taking. You have currently a new higher high, you're currently breaking out. That's not necessarily what do you call it, an insurance that we are going to go higher, but at least I mentioned a price to buy from if you want to, but shortly we shall see. 77.20 3 for tomorrow, and overall buy target for the week is around 77. Great. 78, sorry. Euro dollar, kind of the same thing. Probably just expecting maybe to come up to 22.50. That would be great. The FOMC can send it up tomorrow. That can actually happen. But it can also send it down. So any new lower lows, any new 4-hour lower lows is of interest for me at the moment, for continuing bearish downside. As I said in the live this evening, is once we now go into this box here, we have buys, and we have sells. We don't have new higher highs yet. We have a step up to the buys, but it's not aggressive. It's not something that would be like, yay, amazing, but it's a step up. So it's more bullish and bearish at the moment. But as you can see up here, that is my favorite pattern back up here. So that would actually be perfect if it comes up here to sell again. So I haven't left the sell. But if we end up here on Friday, probably could potentially fall the first week and then going higher. The other thing is, if we now fall tomorrow because of FOMC and whatever they said, we will have to look into what they are saying. How are you going to interpret it and then make moves? Because it all depends on, for example, like 2018. I was not available. Like 2018, as you can, well, that's not what I wanted to show you. 2019, sorry, 2019, 30th, great. As you can see, like price comes up that week, it shoots up like a rocket to take profit, but then falls next week. Also, and then when do you really know that you are actually in a sell? First of all here, and then second of all here, and then you have lost some pips on it, but still we have quite a different situation than 2019, but still it is something to consider for you if you are now going to buy. Yes, but I don't highly recommend that at this point, and we might also turn lower, so I would be cautious. That's all. Pound has a new higher high. on the 4-hour, so we can mention some daily profit target, some daily entries. 36.98 going up to 38.50.25 or 37.80 because last week's target wasn't hit. That's also a thing that can also be a resistance. So those are maybe take one profit and take two profit, and let's see how it goes. For gold, nothing else, nothing even, just letting it be. A day that I'm looking into at the moment is 7th of February to be the low. Great. So we will rise, we will fall, and then 7th of February is here. Great. Pound yen, new higher high, pullback, coming into the price here at 42 something, and then price up to 42.92. Great. That is 200. There's only 200 pips left. That is, looks super duper great. 80 pips, sorry. Can't do anything. Oh, it's 142 too. Okay, so just 86, not much. So if you feel like that's something you want to do, great. But I'm not going to push you into it. Think that we should. But yeah, that is what you would do if you are going to buy it. New Zealand dollar, not really very great. It's stalled at the moment, but I think it can actually go higher, and we can go up the way to 72.65 for the month. We might also point into that price, but I don't think we're going to go there. I think it'll more match up with the next week's, month's, sorry, sell price at 72 and something. So 72.77. Great. So I would be very cautious around that on Friday. Just making you aware that if we get a reversal, double top, lower low on Friday, you have to be there. I'm thinking this one would fall. Still, I have that as a theory. USD CAD, still sideways, nothing to do here, nothing to see. Just want to say great, whatever. Maybe price up to 27.20 to sell from, but I don't have any more much to say to you guys. That's a dollar pairs. Same thing with yens as the other one. Nothing much. USD yen, Euro yen is just in between. Aussie yen is trying to make a higher high, but it doesn't seem very promising at the moment. Pound yen made a higher high, and New Zealand yen, great, trying to go backward, trying to go higher, and price going back down to 74.80, great. And Australian back down to 80.07, sorry. Then I wanted to mention what are we going to look for tomorrow. So we have consumer price index on Australia in 27 minutes. That is important for you to look at least tomorrow when you wake up. That could send the dollar, Australian dollar, up or down, whatever, depending. And the FOMC in the evening, also it's Beasley speech, something can come out of that. And consumer confidence also has an impact at the moment. That was leading yesterday's fall on the euro, as you remember. Yesterday, that was actually Monday. This week, then they have this business climate thing that came in not so great. So okay, just have that in mind. What else should I tell you guys today? No, nothing else. That IMF updated their forecast for this year from 5.2 to 5.5, which is awesome for the growth markets. So I'm going to go down and see what I'm thinking I would do for February. I'm still seeing a lot of potential for it to fall. Whatever happened on the stock market yesterday was actually take profiting from large institutions on both sides. That was unprecedented for a very long time. I don't know how many years it was, maybe back in the 80s, whatever. This fall here, and then this rise again, with the same people. First of all, take profit, and then take profit. They are taking their risk downtown, making this market more fragile for selling. If someone starts to sell, we might get panic at sells. We also might get algo sells, where it's just auto sell because the market is selling off. So we might get something like this, probably. So you have to be more aware, having your stop loss correctly, so that you don't lose more than you need to. Just have that in mind, that although we're still rising, continue what you're doing as long as you follow the trend, and until we have a new lower low, great, continue higher. Okay, that was me for today, and I hope that you have a great day today. The thing is, I lost 2% today, and I'm totally out of the market. Don't have any open trades. I just cut everything. I just annoyed with myself and all those things. Pretty difficult day after that happened, blaming myself, but in conclusion, I followed the process. I should have done a lot different earlier. I should have been more. I should have still have had entries here and here, and not be battling down here, which I am kind of also teaching you guys to be in these situations, and I'm asking myself why I was in those situations. That would be still making tons of profits for me. So yeah, the January for me, the summary is I ended it well following the process, and there has been a lot of nonsense here. So January for me isn't great. It is not the 8% I was looking forward to, but the year isn't over, right? So generally speaking, I'm thinking Australian dollar is going to go higher for the year. If this consolidation is just temporarily, or are we actually going to fall down to March or not, I don't know. But that is really going to be determined 1st of February. So if 1st of February is like, we just continue higher, great, whatever. But if that shows weakness, starts to fall, then this plan executes. And yeah, pretty happy with the plan this week. So yeah, boom, take your profits home.